people are with you.
Hey.
It's only thing I want you to or to Jamwala. I'm going to be a friend. I'm going to be digitalization behind the museum in Gaga.
80 man, you see, I know Hako.
Oh, Charlie, they be a beautiful novel.
Kwame Kofodia flowers be very brutal. Huh?
Extraordinary.
I have a child with one of them. Yeah. Should I mention your name?
Mobofa, me describe on Chusabo. Choose.
Na Kofodia flowers ni bi wo ha.
Still.
Dam?
Still.
I say Eric Amponsabuatin, aka Iron Man. I have a child with one Kofodia flower. Hey,
tax expert.
Tax expert. What tax no do Kofodia? Come on. Meaning so we research a lot. Near Kosu Niger ni Echo stance. What do you say? Quick comments.
Well, Shaman Jerama main chair Yatifo.
Yatifo see a Joso.
Me so me policy. No me no I can work no. Me person me can be Alpha Persons with Disability Act 2006 Act 715 no kitwe bi.
Me too.
O share a year section 15. Na fe o ba a year section 17. Eba BC 24 na o kasafa here say yenya assessment centers ewo district biya mansin biya rehabilitation centers ewo mansin biya di ntie hu ya ne say chairman general
Corona bonfe
say ye hu so obi sabi wadi dem ana otochim wo baabi ne mofra bremu ntempa na eboa ma yetimi tu ho anamon eboa nipa no ema kwan ya obefa so aye ni dwuma adi ni dwuma say nipa dasa ama ne so aba mfa so ama na nkasa ne ho na busua ene oman no etimi kosu yie pa nti me to ama mansin asoafo mantem asoafo ehwe eye apomuden ene adisuansem so ene adwuma employment and particularly also the social welfare department say sections and provisions in the Persons with Disability Act no yema ye ninko ho na yemfa ni dwuma na beboa o my Ghana bebre tamajena
Corona bonfe
Niger ne asi wo ho ene de ekoso ho no ene hunkomodie o my Ghana ye di tintima pa wo abibrem enhihye ene yenkitahudie e free o man ya hyase 1957 March 6 ya hyase no nanka ye da ye so ne senka abibrem nyina be ye oman baako oman kakraka baako owo nkrabata wodo wo hwe ya sase tam ensomro so senka be ye a federation of nations enso amane sa enansa da ye so no nti ye bo modern bia se da biara da ohawo ebe koso wo abibrem man bia so no se ye sikasem o se ye bambon sem o se ye adisua hu sem o oman Ghana wa hoden kwa dia ye be ko sa man no moa enti se ye mampani ebe ka ho ama yetu anamo se de akoso wo Niger no ye be pe ne pomasi bre no enye ade foforo eye oman no ensia ye ni ehudi ye ewo ya hyase ano no de to so bio ene say yes so edon awiase amanyina ku a ye friend non aligned movement a ye mfa ye hu nkofore say ye gina fa ha na mom de di ye die bebre omanfo nko na ye de ye preko na no de dintimu pa edintipa wo mu ene say omanfo a ewo oman bia so no ese say ye ma won ho kwan e ma wo mo kire wo mo bobre de on pese edi wo mo so Chairman General obiara odi tuo sekan ana huye ebekwa kofa tumi no amamra a oman Ghana yesai say edi be ye adwuma no eba ye ne sa nipa no ye gina opposite. Anyone who takes arms to topple a government at that point in moment, Chairman General is at war with Ghana. And now ye vow ye diama ye constitution say ye abatwo nipa no kasa adwenkyerɛ ene ebedi dwuma. Enti sɛ ye kasa ye koka ho bi ama de atɔ anase asi ewo Niger no ya reverse military coup d'etat aba civilian ruler menyini sɛ ya yedi etia. Na obinfo bi a friend Guterres Kwame otro nwuma bi a decade of coups in Africa. Maka wa hanu pen Chairman General coup d'etat bia ni abibremu haba bia aye abibremu man bia yeda. There is no example of a coup d'etat abwa or man for bra amana ye abibremu ba bia. None. In fact, the evidence to the contrary is that coup d'etat bia asi wa abibremu haba bia no de enti a won be ye coup no ebe wi ase no no mo aye sa bone no ho mo bru be se du Ghana ye de e mfanto ho bebre de enche PNDC enema o complain for President Liman amamuo hu nyina by the time ana all free so January 7 1993 now they are by January 6 January 7 2001 now why no quadruple ebro so quadruple
ebi abo Libya say Gaddafi is a different case.
Why? How is it a different case?
Say baby obefa ne mine as through a military coup. Ne akmra obabi won baby na ne mine dunu na ne mine tumpompa.
And the corruption issues in Libya under him.
There are corruption issues everywhere.
The human na make no nti the American say indices are original so be ye coup no. Obewie no. The human rights violations. Enyama no si enye enkoso yi a enunti na oba be tu sa man no Kwame besi na woni say ya Gaddafi o free so me ya kan African Union agenda na manfo aye bit emotionally attached to him. I don't want to do that, but besi na ya kasa yi sika dodo na e wo na ankasa ni din mu e wo miamia yetimi quantify.
We'll quantify almost about 15 billion.
That's what I'm saying. And have we been able to quantify in excess? There's more. I am uncover here.
But he also saved a lot for his country.
I don't have a problem with that.
His own was about $15 billion.
So, Uncle, the point I'm making is reasoning tia odibeye coup no. Maybe that's the general point I'm making. Say coup d'etat bi enu hono ma abeye oman bi ye a chain. Say enka ye kono amanfo adwenkyere entoatoa. Enti me together with me aminu pani me wofa me mentor baako ewo ya fidie so Bombay Kwaku Baako Junior, the worst form of civilian rule no chain the best form of military dictatorship. And that's a principle.
In Niger, ECOWAS Ecowana.
The ECOWAS in penning for I am penny can be a year to Sana Mono a year. But chairman.
Ain't the military option a year?
I've not said the military option.
I'm zeroing in on
reverse.
that.
They should be fact.
How do you reverse it?
It may be necessary.
How do you reverse it?
Kwame, you can reverse it through dialogue.
Aha. Ain't there's an option of dialogue?
Yes. And I want that to be pursued first.
Okay.
As for military first incursion, no, it's an option, last resort. And I might be any hand more. In fact, if you are going by Ghana Constitution, man, to me, sorry, because of the soldier for call Niger.
It's not possible.
He cannot do that. A so-called parliament.
Why?
Apparently, legally, no. And it's so-called parliament.
Parliament where?
Which United States.
What I know. What
the president is to declare war.
But he's not declaring war.
No, but Kwame, when you are moving our troops out of our territory into another territory, it is tantamount to declaring war.
Let me ask you this. Peacekeeping is moving troops from our territory to another territory. Is it tantamount to war? It's not.
Kwame,
it's not.
When our troops are moved to peacekeeping, they are at war.
it is not tantamount
they
to
are at war.
Debbie. Kabila and Pacho.
Okay, what they
Can UN Charter, EFA troop movement, EFA peacekeeping operations. Ain't mean kase who move troops for peacekeeping, you are declaring war.
Okay, Kwame,
you're not.
To be on the safer side, no. Say your man penny ebe person obe move your troops are. Ye wo emra na echere kwan ya obefa so aye no.
Okay.
Onfa emra kwan so entu sa na mo no. But say the medical aka no. Ye di troops be ko Niger no. Me feel say eno should be the last option. Say ye wo de ye betimi de kasa aye ama yetimi anya akwahosan ama de wo mo ye no ya twe asan a me feel say ye tu sa na mo na ebeboa ama yetumi aye sa de no. Ebi asipen ebinum ekoye ebi wo ba bi no ye mampani edi animu ene won kasa ye ma ewi ase no ye twentwen so meka ya imali de no ofre wo mo ma mo ba ha ye ne omu di nkomo challenge na me boa wo se me boa enti ye anya ye mampani kwa asem we kra de se anya ye mampani na ye chairman of ECOWAS enti oka hu bi but say ye ti o mamu no ye say ye hwe ne but at the heart of the ECOWAS of Nigeria no e say ye hwe the international dimension role Russia play wom role France any European nations also person play wom role America person play wom na bibre mu for yanka hu se braso se yanka sa ye bedi ye ho ni adwendwene kwan ye be fa so di mpuntu aba ya setena mu na yenya se da no ase obi free baby China Korea North Korea wo mu na be kire ye kwan ya yemfa so nye ye niema
say mo ye brey
Kwame say ye bra ye boni yo ye moni yo ya say
obi ebisa say Alassane Ouattara of Cote d'Ivoire no mu no what right or justification does he have to say yanyesi ananyesi onu mu asasa constitution
anti yankasa ntia no
but omo nkasa ntia no
no na me kan nti yankan no say na bi na odi abai but wan asam no ase ya twen so Niger de aba Ouattara de na no akotum nti afa ye kai ono de wo ye bra wo ye ne de ye kai no tumu. That's what we must avoid.
So or Chan.
Yeah, Guillaume sorrow.
Or Chan.
Chamanjera. Yan kai se bribia ne asema e wo se ye kan. Ouattara sha say opeso amend the constitution in Cote d'Ivoire. Emma ono extended term no. Sabre no na say sorry etia no say ade a wo ye etimi di huriye ba. Ya anya na nne ya ma watimi legitimize no ho ama amanfo akoto aba ama no say ye kwan paso enya kwan paso oteso se mampani na asemfofo aba na okoka bibia afa ne ekokai no say ena no say ni say ya wo ye nti wuntimi nka ho bia na ye so ye ntwa yie media ni tietie mu no ye wo nhihye a ye de bo bi ye bra ye mfa san nhihye ni nya adwuma na de mesre ama abibremu ama mpanimfo a wo mutu sa na mo nyina sese wo mo kai ne se ye wo niema a trigger insecurity ye wo niema edi huriye ba omo best bet ene se abra ye hwe se ye so Niger ano no na ye so nsuo asiye de ho nsuo a ye sa edi asiye de ho ne se ye nya niema ebema ho kwan ama sabi obia na dwene mu kan kakra anase ofi se ono no wotumi chen obia anase opese odi huriye ba no obekwa kofa ye mero ye anaboni bia ye sunti akoka se owo ho kwan se oyesa de no ye momoden se ye be jai de ebema obi ho nipa bone fo ho kwan ama waye de enye abedi omanya is the greatest tribute we can pay to stopping insecurities in Africa.
Yembo ebrey. Alati, ajinche.
Kwame.
Weja.
Ani be menje wete funya.
Ya jodo.
Na menja 3 PhDs.
One of 3 PhDs.
Dr. Brian Achampon. Dr. James Atulinsi. Na Dr. Azanti Asumani is one of your fans.
Meeting Kwame
Peace FM.
Kwame na adibisha mubo kakra na minyi Kwame former regional minister zin komo man kan tirenja ma makan
okay na manka
na man kan tirenja ma maka chere But Mama in there, there's going to be another year of return. Now, baby, I ever concentrate if you want to see Cape Coast and Elmina. My Ghana Tourist Authority, no Ministry of Tourism there. The people of Cape Coast, Elmina, Mukro Mansifunya, when you're home for some. There's the diaspora of Woba, walk of Cape Coast Casa, no wicked John, no Wuzi, Anaman and affair, you when you attack Almun or no other tanker. It doesn't benefit the people of Cape Coast. It doesn't benefit the people of Elmina. And see, if this time they are going to involve themselves in our culture, culture, heritage, they should really stay in these areas and involve themselves so that they will know the history and where they came from and how they were accommodated at the various castles and forts.
Apart from that, for the local economy.
Until I'm Canada,
because the local economy doesn't benefit.
It doesn't benefit.
One tonsu, wonder, one didi, one travel 4 days, 3 days.
One most war basafo. Jamaica war basafo. Haiti war basafo. Warrior voodoo war. And want to them warrior Togo and Benin in the water region who grow me. And warrior be the same thing.
No.
These are experiences that they can see the practical aspect of it.
But my to one friend there, 1 hour to them areas no. One bomb tourism or 1 year program.
No, but tourism authority also has to approach them. Well, what's there were foreign travel agents and that. One. But when you involve the locals, the whole thing become extraordinary. I quite remember at Austin how this panel first came about. And the people of Cape Coast and Elmina embrace it. Then that's it. Kwame. Okay, Jankas also, Manani Queen all day. We are no Agachabas, no work on Craig. I'm for seeing and the Ministry of Tourism, Tourism Authority for.
What's one another him?
No, and Jawa Bawai and when we be San Wallon was a year man and enemy, no Rusu. We are Agachabas, no walk. I'm about the age.
As some of Kwamlas men can act.
Manga.
Tell the word to Phoebe and Tay.
Over to fancy.
Mite.
Kwame.
Alate.
Niger coup. Which is there? Ora Kabila Wakanikasi. Nje the Niger coup de me. Yaka African Pan-Africanism. Nje the two best guys you can have is Kokrokoo Baku and Kwesi Pratt. Yes, in number one, they are expert in it. Nah, Ami Modi, Mamotu Maka in there. Ghana shouldn't commit troops to Niger. Ninya has come about because of Western exploitation. Mango Park, Okafa, Naja Nudu na Otanya Mumun. No, they the means ba. Now, the West want to entice us from the West African sub-region. Nature has support one by sending troops to Niger. And uncle disastrous. And I side here Ghanaian troops towards that time. Nigeria is eager to go to Niger because they are close. When you're in the Hausa Kingdom or the Songa Empire is within that enclave. And so one can say, they are the Fulanis in Niger, they are the Fulanis in Burkina Faso, they are the Fulanis in Nigeria, not in Nigeria. And see, say Nigeria for war period. The means that we should send troops because already in Angasa within that area, so they are facing jihadists. You're from Boko Haram. Is that also to uproot the Boko Haram people within that area? Because from Chad, Ziba Niger, Ziba northern part of Nigeria, Ziba Burkina Faso, they are the same people. Are we part of them? Because in northern Ghana, most of them are Musi people who migrated into modern day Ghana. And see, and I or they be someone there, Ghana, what is our benefit? Because if America is to go to war, if America is to send troops to Poland, now I can fight to support NATO troops there. America's won you for so obenya. America has a won you for soon one send one troops in Kohota.
Ntichere yesu nya faso bia ho.
Aba faso na yebenya. Mfaso yebenya in there annual ofi Niger. Because in Ghana for nothing Ghana na you annual pi. You all the facilities, the land, everything. You go to the annual. Ye jama Niger for. Nti Niger for no was supplying here. If you so nentwi mpanchi nkuko mostly come from Niger. And I am to me a yebi waha. Since the American within a very short time, about a week or two, there will be shortage of onion in this country. The price of onion.
Is it not strange there? Yentuin Ganyo Wagana.
Say, I cannot. Would you?
How? The
Kwame, say, we release in Sufim the Bagari Dam now.
Bagari Dam no.
Kwame, I'm proud not to own winning. I'm proud not to own winning. And me say Ghana economy, yes, you can. And all day you concentrated war, the northern part of Ghana. And by this time, you GDP on the Namsur. The arable lands in Suwa. Ghana extension officers. No, why are they? I don't know. If you work. But I mean, what is happening now? Say, you're shiny ye, nay, and fight dialogue. And fancy you can na Yabagade Nigeria because they are eager to go to war and to topple the military junta. You see what these guys have done? These are young boys. Now the way they have psyched the minds of their population until you realize there Guinea, Mali, Burkina, currently Niger. The masses are supporting the military. But to them, Ura, Dr. Kabila again, it will not benefit them at the end of the day. And we have had a lot of experience out of it. In the whole of Africa, coup d'etat,
yeah, sure. Did we have the first coup? No, I don't think so.
Yes. Coup d'etat, Azan and Nigeria.
No.
Azan will go to Orizi.
One before Ghana's.
Which one?
Okay,
Tell me,
I'll just check.
Now, the experience, and that experience should guide us in all decisions. Say, or your peacekeeping people, there we are going by the rules and the regulation or the laws governing the United Nations. What happened in this signature? Until when you are called upon to send her, and you need to go. And when the Bangladesh and Pakistan for them, come to one party, they contribute the majority of troops. I'm a one of who in your
Gilchrist Olympio, Togo, Togo Nikuya Yebe. Was it 63?
Is it 60?
Sylvanus Olympio was assassinated in 63, right?
Yes, before Ghana's.
Before Ghana, yes.
So was even accused.
Accused,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You are right. Yeah.
So I think Togo crowd was
Olympio, yeah.
Why you want the crowds here?
And
I'm still trying to look for it.
I mean, Mr. President and Akufo-Addo there. you should dialogue with leadership of this country. Some American leadership are the National House of Chiefs. We're talking about the Council of State. We're talking about Parliament. We're talking about notable military experts. And then retired.
Yeah, so Togo was the very first one.
First one.
Yeah, in West Africa. Togo. 63. Yeah, Pocho Chado.
You were painful or ma. The president can consult with them.
It's a graphic name, so for paying so I do not send troops. Or Reverend Dr. Godwin Odonko, clerk of the General Assembly Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Anyway, Mary Anna Ponsa of the graphic on Kakasai. I'm only throwing it in because
I detest school details. Because in German, I can experience that.
Obiso Asani, most of the first successful military coup in Africa occurred in Egypt in 1952, July 23. Yes, but yes. I was talking about West Africa, that's 63. But Samuel Brian Boabin, thank you very much.
That was the first coup d'etat.
Yeah, overthrow of King Farouk. Yeah, that was Egypt.
Okay. Very well.
Very well. Thank you.
Very well. And so, Kwame. But me, Kwame, I experienced the coup d'etat. Oh, motto. The political party, regional organization. Every time there, all these names you report can come to cause I know or report you or get goes at the police headquarters. I'm Mugwani.
Igwani.
Gwami. No Mugasha Mumma pass.
Kumasi story.
You know, I know what's meeting the kind of Mamiaba. Could you jump catch on the major politics? I will go to what's what you zin.
That's your panel.
Who's your no school? It won't be a shot. Kwame, on your small. I am so one job at the half will be mum. In Kanu Cantamanto, gin, but no half. No, me grandma Bumbica kind of like a show.
That's your panel's head, though.
My dear, but there. I want to go. I bet you more. Gary, on your small. But you see, what may be saying as Africans? The democracy, the Westminster type of democracy, is good. Is it good for Africans? Because we have not been able to build some kind of a system that can withstand anything. I'm looking at Egypt. I'm looking at the Kushites. I'm looking at the Ethiopians. In those days, how they ruled their country. In Africa, and then there, in Ghana, we've forgotten our culture.
No, but don't forget,
which is embedded in our chieftaincy.
Yes, but don't forget the nation state Ghana. Kobo, you know that.
Yes.
Kobo. But there was no organic unit called Ghana.
That's correct.
Yes.
Kobo.
I agree with
because the Ashantis were separate. The northern territories were separate. The coastal was separate.
I agree with you, but you know what?
So how could we have adopted one system of governance?
You know that the Songhai Empire came out of the Mali Empire.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me?
Yes.
And then the Sudan Empire came out of Mali Empire.
Yes.
And see, if Ian as Bono, Ian Akas as Bono. Look, do you know we are from Mauritania to this place?
Yeah, but Akans alone don't make up Ghana.
No, I agree with you. But we all came from one place. We are all the descendants of the Kushites. In Nubia, Sudan. Sudan was Egypt. Sudan is Egypt.
Anthropologically, no. Guans need to move first, but said the anchor will take no. You free one source. Now movements now Ankasano. Say ansa na obi abe move na ne hu nipa bia tu akotena o ma bia o pese o ko no what say e hono eye chen ba bia mo no
they are known as hunters.
They fled from your friends a religious attempt at religious domination by the Arabian inquest.
Me
too.
Nti o ma ihe agasa ne to me build a kind of democracy bia o be fit here as Africans, and then as Ghanaians, there are. Do we involve our chiefs? Since I wasn't many chiefs in your politics, but I not it. Then your chiefs in they hold sway over the people.
Their office is a political office.
But the kind of politics we do in this country, I don't think we should involve our chiefs.
Until no mama get there, or there maybe
Sebi behene suko no maybe na wakashishe ohina.
Kwame make there Liman Abedo.
So the call by the speaker was a needless one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Needless.
The main one.
Oh yes, needless. Needless.
Oh,
No, come on. Honorable Red, he's in a position to understand.
Yes.
Better than most of us.
Needless.
Can you imagine there? I mean, Namin Pedam Misway, but Shadoma Hinasam okay, one for our brother now fine. There are other chiefs who have also said, I mean, you don't bring a chief to that level.
The point in what he said, we need the speaker said, I may not agree with him entirely, but as I say, I share back, I share the committee of experts report on this constitution vis-a-vis chieftaincy. Any the constitution
almost saying
role I won't play no.
Almost saying
Minjin this limited role now the chiefs no a serve your purpose. Maybe that's where Kwame Woka no. You say you re-engineer arrangement your governance system no. So hook, line and sinker
from
Western type of
fine. But near speaker can
speaker may not be, but me say as someone no can no. Ebia say leader say ye ni san komo no. Say himfo. Gain role necessary mu play because Kwame when I make Uncle Mr. True power never left the chiefs. Despite the many years of colonialism. True power never left the chiefs. Enti besin nei open president di krana. Yes, you are him for no idea.
Thank you.
And most Republican state.
Republican state.
So the republicanism no, it's not cast in stone. What kind of republic are we?
Nobody has said.
So what are your suggestions? What else do you want them to do?
Oh, they are saying no need discussion. I have some proposals.
Okay, okay. Let's leave your proposals there.
We should give them a certain role to play in our political.
The National House of Chiefs.
Politics there grab all you do is in
don't let's escalate it beyond what they are.
Corruption
well, another
even how to become a chief gazette now you chief customary process what's a gazette into be
another matter for another day.
Yes,
I'll tell you now.
Second item there ECOWAS is ECOWAS week. Me give the ECOWAS in a week. Nah, a wave that is flowing through the West African sub-region. Nah, my advice are in there. Soldiers war by power. After 2 years, they become more even corrupt than the politicians.
Thank you.
It's a fact. They become more corrupt than the politician. And yes, sir. Say if we should involve soldiers in our democratic dispensation, let's find a way of doing it so that the Muku deters and the Nigga. But I mean, Ghana is superior in terms of democracy, in terms of governance than Niger, Burkina, and Mali and others. Now one person, a Sahel area, Mobizipo Oyetin, they are nomads. We are finding tranquil desire when young ni milk no one. See, ama as soon as you're different. One climate in the one BBR so informs them as to what to do, unlike Ghana.
Right.
See, or they
Marty, this one says, I think what most discussions on the ECOWAS action on Niger have concentrated on the coup. We are not looking at the spread of the jihadist movement concentrated around the Chad Basin. Alote alluded to it a bit. And threatening to spread. I suggest that is more key to the motivation to use arms than just the coup d'etats. Well, but as I said yesterday, you don't even understand the terrain. You want to commit soldiers? when you don't even understand the terrain.
Yes,
Anyway, Alote, this one goes out to you. Alote, Tourist Board should encourage the production and sale of souvenirs related to every tourist spot. What we sell at the castles can be purchased at other places. I visited the Peace Memorial Park in Hiroshima in Japan. They sell postcards, key holders, openers, a replica the only building that was not destroyed by the atomic bomb. Kwame, before one leaves the place, you would have spent quite an amount. It's the same in Barcelona, the Basilica. The same at Checkpoint Charlie in Berlin. Let's learn from them. Phillips in Tardy. And then Mame Sewa says, Alote, good morning. I agree with you 100% about Cape Coast. I am not from that area, but I've always wondered why they are not benefiting from all the tourism. But however, my question to you, Alote, is why didn't you do something about it when you were part of government? Kwame, the coup that was staged because of bad governance and the people of Niger are happy. Now, sending troops to Niger means you're going to kill civilians. We don't support any war in Niger. Leave the citizens of Niger to enjoy their peace. ECOWAS itself is a body of some weak leaders who have no thoughts of their own nor a progressive plan to deal with their individual states. No wonder anything they touch ends up in shambles. What power then will these judges hold? This is just another ceremonial thing. Eja Daminyan mem. Kwabna.
Origins Rights Protection Society. When you aban British government was what was 1844 1844 was a bond of 1844. The bond of 1844. Then I was signing were women. And then we bubu atiso apansam.
Was signing Cape Coast Castle and
was signing Cape Coast Castle.
Was signing Kumaso.
No.
Was
signing Cape Coast. Yeah, make sure. At the Brixford Hall.
Uncle, I have the original handwritten bond. Ono or Troy and they signed it at the Cape Coast Castle.
Yeah, Momencho there.
In the bond.
From what I have, it says the bond of 1844 was signed at Formina Dancy.
No, that was even I know you later on.
George McLean
signed 6th March 1844, signed by Fanti chiefs and Britain.
Yes. Okay, anyway, let's proceed. Let's proceed. I Maminchia.
You Obama Ghana school.
Maminchia waiting for
Nigeria go easy.
Yeah, Jodo.
Manto Mufuna. Maminchia Kwekuso. Now, Kwame, a soldier in a Ghanaian soldier or British Army, or Fan Sergeant Bwedi.
Hey, Bwedi.
I was with you, I don't know retail. Now, Mincha woman.
Sergeant Bwedi.
John or Queen Nazi.
That is a different one. Only a friend, only a Lieutenant Colonel by now.
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel.
I'm referring in Sergeant Bwedi. Stand at ease.
Kwame, ma anepe is that to go ye
yeah.
Niger coup should Ghana commit troops to Niger.
Yep.
And as of team Kakrebi wana say ECOWAS week. Time for African leaders to do some self-introspection. A lawyer in paying bipa na. He was one time director of legal education. Paying pa na I've been there.
Ija.
Now he goes by the alias Kokrokoo.
Adam?
No. See, Ozzy, ono Osho Tekrima, who sends out there. Abai, Oyi Asredafo, Ghana Asredafo, on your Niger. New position. Na Mamoshada is also many yardina. I mean, that argument is so attractive to make. Yes.
Attractive to me.
Attractive. Or as on the surface, it just hurts of state, no heads of government in Krampa, will buy a dumb argument there. Why do we commit soldiers to Niger? And see, ordinarily, the first instinct, mobile by now, I say, na soldier for you are Kaden or Niger. Now, all you who there in crafting this topic for discussion,
yes,
I don't know what came to mind. Your further question, ECOWAS week, time for African leaders to do some self-introspection.
Because of the commentary about the very leaders, Nankasa.
Yes, that itself is laden with issues. First and foremost, Obi Boshe, oye a man painful Nankasa, Ojina Bia or Wangasa, one man meme. Obi Nida, and sometimes it is baffling. Principle is principle. When you have stood for a particular principle, no matter the situation, you must stand by that principle. When you tout the point there, you fight it, you will suffer for it, for democracy.
We suffered for it for democracy. Hold your thoughts, the Mrebes here. We suffered for it for democracy. In community years in Obia Mame, further and better particulars. Okay. Also, Kwame, the gentleman's name is Lieutenant Colonel Nana Kofi Chumesi Ankara.
All right.
Lieutenant Colonel Nana Kofi Chumesi Ankara, born 1979. A Ghanaian-born officer in the British Army, appointed Queen Elizabeth II as her equerry. He was the first black man to hold this position. He's an officer of the Household Cavalry, and a veteran of the war in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Beautiful.
Into W1 Danso Atchison. Thank you, sir.
Atchison, yes,
Amatis. Kwame.
And see, Kwame, in a point, American there. It's what the Bamon's are blind there. Yeah, more we suffered for it. You don't know who prison, the persecution we suffered for democracy. Kwame, the principle was good. You stood for it. And any day, any time, you must stand by it and defend it. And so when, on one level, baby. Na say defend we should leave it to the Nigerian people themselves to determine their own destiny. And then there will be so then see the body to you fought for democracy. Na principle ni ayimana.
About fought ah.
Enti Kwame, you say bia na o ha kakra. Kwame
na.
Oya mawesi wo Niger. Yedinka ye humosi wo Guinea. Papa ba benza tense ofane dum bayo so
dumbaya. Padre oyibenyo.
Beyin papa.
I need na de dum so.
President you know.
Oh that. Rebenyo.
My junto obuno hakasha tole.
Kwame. Yedi fuo ma yedi kwekwo wiom wo Mali. Edi be fuo ba Burkina Faso. Ni de ko wie wo Niger. Our potential for democracy in our sub-region to go down.
Peace FM.
Our the Ibinomusa Kokrokoo referred to them as the
lunatic French.
Lunatic French. Kwame. I'm on the perfect. Also, you can say they want to or they may looking to take a cue. Na mampemfo wa kind of son to wa da. Na Kwame say share ECOWAS. Our protocols our protocol relating to the mechanism for conflict prevention management, resolution, peacekeeping and security. Yeah, 1999 no signing. Now what the room maka bibi nkaka nkra mayanhwe osande we need to have a basis of what ECOWAS seeks to do. Ehwe oye won Article 1 on the establishment, others hereby established within the economic community of West African states a mechanism for collective security and peace to be known as mechanism for conflict prevention, management, resolution, peacekeeping and security. Obia awardam instrumenti. Kwame say kama oyendema pi. What was offered the Mediation and Security Council? Mediation and Security Council, out of the membership, it is 9 of them that constitute the Mediation and Security Council. 9 of the membership, the contracting states. ECOWAS. 7 elected and 2 by the positions they hold. First is the chairman of the current chairman of the community, and then the immediate past chairman. And today the 9 constitute the Mediation and Security Council. Now, under the Mediation and Security Council, specifically authorize all forms of intervention and decide particularly on the deployment of political and military missions.
Okay.
So, echo further down.
ECOWAS the mandate.
The mandate to one gasa. This is protocol. You mean the treaty?
When now
acceded, signed up to it, and see it guides them. Well, under the Mediation and Security Council, organs, one of which is the ECOMOG, that's the Economic Committee for Peace. No.
ECOMOG was specific. It was started for Liberia.
But in fact, it's now been properly and duly captured. ECOWAS ceasefire monitoring group. That's how they refer to it. Always Juma. What's that Mahua? Into under Article 22, role of ECOMOG is clearly spelled out there. But further down, Kwame, say Article 25 are conditions for application of the mechanism of security and peacekeeping application. Now, if you go to paragraph B, as the mechanism shall be applied in any of the following circumstances. B, as in cases of aggression or conflict in any member state or threat thereof, but specifically when there is a condition that poses a serious threat to peace and security in the sub-region. Kwame, sir,
peace and security in the sub-region.
In the sub-region. Isha, oya the main clavin are very, very volatile. Volatile because within those states themselves, there are pockets of oppositions that have taken to armed struggle. Then you have this overarching group called the jihadists, and they are cutting across and linking up major disturbance within that enclave.
And a lot of this has to do with natural resources as well.
Exactly. And which has made it as attractive. Wagner Group, the governments of these states think that the war over the jihadists can be won with the Wagner behind them.
When they themselves are terrorists.
Exactly. It's
mercenaries,
and in some circumstances,
hired guns. Yeah.
Yes, in some circumstances, rebels. They may be called as terrorists
and rebels.
It's Kwame.
Even in Russia.
Sir, amaya wo oya ebibre atoyem ha. Sir, ya tantra ho ya hwe. The easy oya Mali wasam, easy oya Burkina Faso wasam. Easy or Niger wasama. What did it mean? Sir, number say you all could be or kodra. Oya our friend arms. Ma what did they woo? And a new movement within the sub-region. Oya da okunditia ama man kaya wadwin on there. What's ye? Because if you have this fertile ground where all kinds of insurgencies are going on, and with the supply of arms in whichever forms So you stand the danger as a country. Then you have one was open there, what for do the one over to cry, waba. Now what's it? The more you do know what about it to was
Is this not the time the order you strengthen intelligence gathering, your intelligence services?
Once you do that, if you would have to take the necessary steps to ensure that you have a proper government in place to take charge. In fact, Oye DJD, say reporter waba. They had not achieved 100% security they looked for, but they had made a good progress. Under President here says here Bazoum, says here was charging for treason. Kwame, he had made a good progress. In fact, a month now, wajadase were a number of media outlets. Wajadase kasade yendu maye pedi yedu. Now so prepare by progress is making progress.
Kwame, there must be Western manipulation in Kawa.
Yes,
you cannot take that one away from it because they have interest there.
Okay, Chado.
You can't.
The uranium deposits.
Yes, they have interest there and the establishment of their own bases and all of that. And see, you cannot. But Kwame, anyone don't know it is somewhere remote from home. Nanya the Osiyanano pe. What's all coming now? No, I can't you. And see, ECOWAS. So apart from this, there's also, in fact, they have several protocols. Nina, they have signed up to all the wood to na what you BB, and especially to ensure that all your Kabi agents was sub region. You may have a problem with how a country is managing its democratic principles and governance. You may have a problem with that. Kwame Anam, when you mentioned Cote d'Ivoire,
yeah.
He didn't get up overnight and say that, oh, look, my son. He went through
my term. He just didn't get up to say, I'm extending my term.
At all. You may not like it. But, you see, the process as prescribed by the Constitution itself. But again, the question will be that half a loaf is better than none.
Than both fruit.
Whereas he remains a democratic government. The party, a soldier for Wabaye. I saw you the one I wanna catch on the Kabi. Another you were right for this, right for that. I saw your phone wants to turn on to them. It's quite me don't miss it. A democracy wanted to happen some cry may you show you or yetchen. So Jabang. What happened in Gambia? I don't say about to Jawal if you owe me. Oba chila show na chiwa dan nzi. Adan nzi.
Oya nzi, oya sofu no oya nzi.
Nzi ka ho. Enzama no no ye. It's soja bande. Kwame soja bande. What ba shasa? Because after all, human beings, in fact, impa na papa na pe Kwame.
No.
Ma dinsa.
Yeah, dinsa.
Ya na fi won kere wo fa na bibi atowa na. Bo no hye na olbose. That is the nature and character of human beings.
Ba Kwame. Kwamina. Them yaya offend yaya Jamen. Oyo wakafa wangasa they agreed to do an interim government TV. They want to Obama Barrow. Barrow be 3 years.
What to Obama Lucy? No, so no,
I remember. And I not make that is the African politician. In Bana way in if you wanna work or exile. If he 3 years in you know, until the mother about 2 billion. Na it's a woman. The minty onye Yaya Jamen Kayako. The former alliance.
When Yaya Jamen no has
no Barrow.
Adama Barrow.
Adama Barrow ni Yaya Jamen Kayako. To form an alliance towards an election. The means that is the African politician for you.
Anyway, that's our Alute's version. But
Alute's version.
Talking about elections, in Professor Answer Jampwa.
Yeah, me.
Na him there Opedo UTAC president University of Ghana. What's what to Abachina?
What about you?
It is Orifi, I mean the general secretary.
Secretary to
president.
Okasha Professor Ofana. law faculty professor Edua Bibi.
And I'm managing a
Oh, what more is there on his lips to do?
Oh, but it will be interesting for him to be UTAC president, University of Ghana, Legon.
All right.
Anyway, and I'm just talking about this. This is to be Kwame Ekaya, Ranso Jampo, or call University of Ghana UTAC president.
We wish him well.
In fact, I wish him well.
Yes.
I wish him well. Professor Jampo.
Now no fire the nsono
Nedibana it's on your one.
All his critics, he's a nice guy. And you know if he's up or not.
Abi, we have a question. Go in a visa na no kwako.
Well, but
no visa na no kwako. Info je when you so e boy.
Anyway, Kwame Trado.
Yes. Kwame, enti dem amazing kan wa hyesen. Oye manfa asroda funko. Or you're very attractive. Now so. As for that, for now, work and your point was that do they know the terrain? Come check. Wow, Papa, we want to want so actually won't go.
No.
That is why after the 1 week ultimatum, or there was shall see what as your military officers are in one high commander will execute this point. Plans are warfare. The drone information I will pick. The collaboration they will do with America, with France, and all of that, with British facilities and structures to be able to have full control. As what you to make was there. We don't know the terrain. And now on yet that way defines us there. What could there or your conventional warfare? No.
It will be intelligence-led.
Intelligence-led, and again, the ECOWAS itself has already imposed sanctions. Or a part of ECOWAS mandate there. When they impose sanctions, they even send military command or the military units to go and enforce the sanctions.
But sometimes sanctions that you impose, it may come back and bite us. Because, for example, trade sanctions and stuff. You
can't eat your cake and have it.
Okay.
As you are looking at two things, which is the better evil. One, that the entire community will be disturbed, our very security will be undermined, and we go to sleep and our one eye is closed and one open, and all of that. As against there, for about a year or two, when the sanctions will bite, I mean, you definitely go for the latter. That you won't quite pay. Now you're shredding his security. And one patch now, Kwame, the Anamwa or man paying button is guided by the Constitution under the directive principles of state policy. Equal Article 40. As in its dealings with other nations, the government shall, more of interest is C&D, promote respect for international law.
Promote respect for international law.
Treaty obligations and the settlement of international disputes by peaceful means. Go further
dialogue.
Yes.
Dialogue.
Yes.
That's diplomacy and dialogue.
But
Kabila,
I said it was the first option.
Kabila, we may not be privy to all that is going on.
Of course.
I am sure as we speak, and when the military are going to meet here in Ghana, I'm sure either today or tomorrow, the military high command from the various countries, they are going to meet here in Ghana. I am sure already there is some attempt or effort for dialogue in place already. And see, that is what 40C says. You go to 40D, adhere to the principles. So as a government, the steps we take, the dealings we do with other nations, we must adhere to the principles enshrined in, or as the case may be, the aims and ideals of the Charter of the United Nations, the Charter of the Organization of African Unity, the Commonwealth, the Treaty of the Economic Community of West African States, and the other international organizations. If you go further to 73, because these are the articles which deal with externals. If you go to 73, Kwame, 73, the government of Ghana shall conduct its international affairs in consonance with the accepted principles of public international law and diplomacy. in a manner consistent with the national interest of Ghana. Are we saying that the security of the sub-region, which has a direct effect on us, it is not in consonance with our national interest?
It is.
It is. It is. It's if we place ourselves in his shoes, Ankaba Nebia, Ningwa na waja da say when you anape container in Katankwan Beji, inti at his pleasure. I saw that for Munko at all. And the man when you so we share. Oh yeah, what suffered the door the woman information. And the man when you kwame, you know, name me. I mean, I would know with him. Inti ansana oman pain biara, and we must indeed credit them with a certain sense of feeling. Oman pain biara bako utana more than damn na me peda meyen. Na kwame or what's that we could do. And I'm sure putting all of it on the scale that it will be better if we go in this direction. Part of it also is this, that there's an ECOWAS. And ECOWAS, if we may, we will say get it dissolved. Or ECOWAS must continue. ECOWAS's own credibility is on the line. ECOWAS, its credibility is on the line. That's what I mean. Sir, a man paying a war or ya atoy a wafana a bibi man at toy man team hana say, Wake a shame 1 week. I'm a 1 week there. You're not crowding as a member state. Monsa shall say, there, ya de kabimam kabi. A man for now, Bayan Bill Wankasa, a Bayan Wape, a Bayan Wape, no what about or two abasu, name pay a moving enough way, or two aba, no woman more by your man paying. Sa man for Nangasa and Bilsona so one penna, Wankasa Basa, or two aba way in this war. And you also so Jenny or Barry, you ordered to Mazamo. If you are a military person, you are an army officer, nobody. You are not the spokesperson of the people. Nobody has given you that mandate. You don't possess it by birth. And it must not be possessed by your profession. That because you wield the gun at any time you jump and you say, oh, you don't have that power.
I agree with you.
That is it. We must tell our people in that profession, we respect you. In fact, one of the respected institutions, especially in Ghana, or your military.
You mean the most respected institution?
The barracks boy.
Yeah, I had to throw that in. You know what I'm saying?
The barracks boy is talking.
I had to throw that in. But Kwame, on a more serious note, American Amayen Obeka overview.
Yes.
But Ibisuru Kade, baby, and by one, the opportunity for dialogue. To them, maybe a Kabila Sukain. Yen shon money, yem untintim.
Yeah.
Because yeko armed resistance, another armed option, it could even further destabilize the sub-region more.
That is a possibility.
Yeah.
That is a possibility we cannot run away from.
Armed a bit with destabilize
Exactly.
Because Wagner group, Chinese, French,
Yes.
Agree.
So how about that option as well?
I agree with you, Kwame. I agree with you. Osande, even the interventions that ECOWAS did in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, and I think is it Guinea or Guinea-Bissau?
Both Guinea-Bissau, and then there's Gambia.
Okay.
Yes.
Interventions are what some writers have up to date put it in text there. It even worsened the situation. Some, and others have also held there. Even though the quick and surgical result we wanted, immediately we didn't get it. Eventually, it paved the way for these countries to return to normalcy. And see, there are others who have taken it from different angles. The point is clear. On your young to young Kwame, Obotum will escalate.
ECOWAS Peace Stabilization Support Mission in Guinea-Bissau. It's called the ECOWAS Peace Stabilization Support Mission in Guinea-Bissau.
Okay.
And a more Gambian ECOWAS mission in Gambia.
Okay.
And there are soldiers from the Ghana forces serving there right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic.
Inti Pochotiado.
Nti Kwame, impa ordwindam na wankasa so a rekadema doma ordwindam. Why right? Why right there? Or possibility about to Mandama I escalate. What that means is that what then goes into the military intervention must be one that will give us the minimal losses, the minimal negative effects, but the maximum
positive impact.
Positive impact. That is what the military hierarchy, as they meet, that is the commands, as they meet, those are the considerations which must go into the plan that they make. Yeah. One other thing that we need to bear in mind, on Kwame, there, sir, yeah, 1 week, restore constitutional democracy. So after saying that, we go to sleep. We will strengthen the arms of others elsewhere who may want to do that. And see, as part of the psychological thing, ECOWAS could begin the military preparation.
Preemptive strike.
Exactly. Already they have started talking. They say they want to have discussion. One that they could appoint a prime minister, civilian. Already they are also beginning to appoint ministers in uniform. Yeah.
Ministers
they have spoken there. They want to go the dialogue way. They want to speak. It is because they see that the big hammer has been raised. So if those things don't show up, now we feel there, all is fine, all is well. Talk shop. These are all part of the things that the group, the community leadership must do to show. But eventually, eventually, Kwame, I am not sure that the command from the various countries that will meet, they will just on the face of it, they look, we are going to do intervention without deep, proper planning.
True.
Deep one. Today, Obayedza onkama. Sebio, mikocho mipioto. Mikocho muboto.
Mikocho midua.
Mendana mentumentwa.
Mipioto su wire no oil.
Exactly. And see, these are the things that will go into the considerations that the military command, as they meet here in Accra, will consider in advising the mediation and security mechanism, and then by logic the heads of government and states there, look, these are the ways, or these are the means by which we want to go into Niger. Finally,
UN Security Council, from what I hear, my research, but I cannot speak intelligently on that matter, but today, without the say-so of the UN Security Council, ECOWAS can move.
Yeah, it is.
ECOWAS cannot move.
It is part of
no matter what happens.
It is part of international law. Yes. The point that has been argued is that though Russia, as a permanent member of the Security Council, will naturally veto it. But see, Kwame, the meeting by the Security Council, when that will be done, and eventually one authorization or otherwise, it is a part which is thrown with a lot of thorns, because Russia and Agasa, in its own backyard, they have challenges with the Security Council itself because of its attack of Ukraine, because of its human rights abuses, and the president himself being charged in the International Criminal Court.
He's in charge because
they themselves have a huge psychology of moral upstanding to be able to go there, but eventually their seat is still there. They may sit on it and veto it until we get there where the Security Council will say yes, we have authorized it or not. The ECOWAS is not bad from making all the necessary preparations and ensuring that they take the necessary steps within the community. But I agree with the person that you need authority, because when that operation had to be carried out in former Yugoslavia, when it had to be carried out in Iraq, the Security Council had to give approval first before the Allied forces could go in.
But Kwame Inyuma, there's an emerging data.
Very interesting analysis of a
Papa.
Yeah.
But Kwame, there's an.
I suspect you know more than you are saying, but that's insights. Very interesting
Kwame,
insights.
there's an